Hey, guys. I hope you can hear me. I'm using a different mic today, but I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know what the audio sounds like on your side. Great morning. Great morning. I don't have my light either. All right, let's see. Great morning. Can you guys hear and see me? Let me know if you guys can hear and see me before we get started, okay? Ooh, yay. You can hear me clear. Awesome. All right, guys. So I'm super excited. Once again, my name is Vanessa Terry with Notary to Notary. And first of all, there's so much going on right now with Notary to Notary. Um, uh-oh, what's this? You can hear me and see me. I love it. Okay. So you guys saw the post I put out this morning. I know it's early. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard. So I know some of y'all probably weren't going to be up this morning, but you can watch the replay. This morning, I put a post out that the NNA added me as an ambassador for their organization, which is really cool. You guys know I'm speaking at their conference coming up in April or May. It's May. It's May as one of their guest speakers. So I'm really excited about that. And so to also be added as an ambassador is pretty cool. If you don't know, the National Notary Association is one of the largest organizations for notaries in this country and most reputable one as well. And so I'll put that link in the chat too, so you guys know what I'm talking about when I say National Notary Association. And so it's definitely, I refer a lot of my students there for different things like the background check, the NA certification, things like that. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Cherise. Hey, Tabitha. I got a lot of coaching students in here this morning. Y'all are awake. I thought you guys would be sleeping. Look at Siri thinking I'm talking to her. I am not talking to you, Siri. I said, Cherise, stop it. I got two computers going right now. Hey, from Florida. I think it's still nice in Florida, right, Shamika? So they're calling for another ice snowstorm here. I don't know if you guys know, but we have been displaced. I guess I don't want to call it displaced, but we basically had to leave our city currently in Hopewell because of the snowstorm, the ice that froze over. So a lot of people were out of power and still out of water in the city. So we're actually staying in Richmond right now. And so the water's still out, but it's okay. You know, it'll come together. But they're calling for another storm to come through tomorrow. So guess we'll be here for a while, but that's okay. I definitely say this is the first time in my memory that Virginia has had this issue as far as weather and snow and stuff. But I know a lot of people in Texas are losing their mind because they're like, what is going on here? I know, I think like 2 days ago, it was like 17 degrees, right? And they were doing, what is it called? Rolling. One of my students was telling me about it. They're doing rolling something where they cut the power off in different houses at different times. Like, okay, they cut this block power off for an hour, then they'll put it back on, then cut on this block's power for an hour. Like, I forgot what it's called, but they do it to conserve energy, but at the same time, it's 17 degrees. So the 2021 NNA conference is not canceled, Tamika. And so I will keep you updated on that news. I'm not allowed to tell you the news, what's going on with the conference, but it's not canceled. That's all I can tell you right now. But the NNA conference is still going on. So I will let you guys know what's going on with that. We're not, even though I'm speaking at the conference, we're not putting out any information about the conference. The NNA is going to put it out first, and then we'll speak on it from there. But I can tell you that it is still happening. The 2021 NNA conference is still happening. So stay tuned for that. I'm not allowed to give details on it until they come out with it first. Okay. Turning off the electric go. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. It's called rolling something. Rolling blackout. Is that what it's called? Anyway, and so they're cut off in periods. Anyway, so I know in the city where I live, a lot of people are out of power still, and the whole city is out of, on and off out of water. And so they just let us know at the hotel yesterday. Tamika, I can't tell you. But I can tell you they're still doing the conference, but I can't tell you the details. Give it a couple days. The NNA will reach out to everybody, let everybody know what's going on. If you want to send me an email, I could try to give you some more information, but I still, like I said, we're not allowed to give the information, but we are still having the conference and I will still be speaking. So I'll let you know. Well, I can't let you know. Stop trying to put me in a corner. I'm not allowed to say anything. Just know that I will be speaking with the NNA for their conference this year. But that's all I can say. zip the lip and throw it away. I'm not allowed to I can't say anything, guys. Stop putting me in a corner. They're going to put out a statement shortly, but there is still a conference, and they're going to let you guys know how that's working. I'm going to stop talking about the NNA because y'all keep having me talk. The last thing I'm going to say officially is Vanessa Terry is a guest speaker at the NNA, and I will be speaking at their conference this year. That's it. Boop. And we're off. You need to come to the South Side. It's beautiful in Norfolk. Really? It's snowing here. That's disheartening. Anywho, low shedding. Low shedding. I never heard of that. That's different. So that's the big news. I did become an ambassador. So I was super excited about that. I'm going to be putting out so much more content for you guys as far as how to complete closing and general notary work and e-notary. I actually have an e-notary this morning that I just got. That I'm going to set up in a second. I tell you guys all the time that e-notary is the next wave of how you need to build your businesses. So if you're not registered for the e-notary training, make sure you do that. I've been working on the e-notary training. I'll be adding a lot more content to that this week. Wendy said what she said, y'all. I like Wendy. She's funny. And so so basically how it works, I'll just give you guys a little rundown of how that works. When someone reaches out to me and say, hey, can I do e-notary? I basically ask them how many pages are we notarizing? I'm actually applying my seal to because that determines the rate. And then how many signers, because that determines the rate too, because you actually pay individually for every KBG that's done to verify the identity. And so with this e-notary that I'm going to do this morning, that just came through this morning, it's 3 people that are notarizing a document, and it's 1 page, but it's 2 pages, but there's 3 signers altogether. And so being that I do a lot of work with this company, I'm kind of going to give them a discount rate. I probably will do like between $75 and $80 for them. I don't think I have to do the numbers, but I'm pretty sure that'll still leave me a profit margin of close to like $50-ish. And it's really quick and easy. Like I said, e-notary does not take a long time to do. And I told them, I said, as soon as you send me the document, I'm going to send you the invoice. I'm not worried about them paying. Like I said, they're my regulars. I'm going to send them the invoice, and then I'm going to upload their doc on my platform. I'm still using Doc Verify because I forgot to cancel this month. I am switching over to secured signings. So I told you guys I love secured signings, but I forgot to cancel my membership to Doc Verify, and so they ran it again. But the thing, guys, I have to stress, guys, is you don't have to do Doc Verify. You don't have to do secured signing. You have to pick one that is applicable in your state. So even though I love secured signings, you can't use it in every state, right? And so Doc Verify is almost in every state, but not necessarily. And so but like I said, you don't have to sign up with the e-notary platform right now that's paid if you don't have people calling you. Let me tell y'all something. The information I'm about to add to the e-notary training is going to change your life, y'all. I need y'all to understand. When I tell y'all I am taking over this e-notary industry, because it's not, guys, and that's why I have that personal coaching channel, because this platform is really teaching you notary, how to build your business. And I try to keep it just notary, but there's so much more that goes into building a business. And so I've researched and I learn about all the aspects of a company. Like am I an expert in marketing? No, but I have a very good help. Kendra, who's my marketing girl, who helps me with marketing, but I do a lot of research on my own. And so I know, like, and I have Angel who does sales, so all the things put together, I've learned so much in how to market and how to get the clients. And I was talking to a coaching student yesterday on how she can get a lot of notary work. And I told her, I'm giving you all my gems that I'm using. Okay, honey. But I'm telling you, I need y'all to understand. It's okay. You don't have to do e-notary, honey. You can leave it for me. I will take all the e-notary work, no problem. But I'm telling you, like, my marketing strategy is going to be ridiculous. The way I already have like my email that I sent out, but basically everybody that I do work with. And that's how I pitched it to the company that I'm doing this morning, because I do a lot of work for them in general, and I'm always driving to them. They only want me. I try to send people over. They're like, no, we just want you. We just want you to come. We love you. I'm like, I love y'all too. Yay. But sometimes, y'all know, like, I'm like, right now, I'm not in the area, or like things are going on. I just can't physically be everywhere all the time. And so the last time they called me, I told them, hey, let's do e-notary. And they're like, well, I heard of it. Let me tell you something. 20% of the world, of the United States, has heard of e-notary. I mean, understands e-notary. 20% is what I would estimate. 80% of the United States have no idea what e-notary is. They probably heard of it, but they don't know how it works. They don't know how easy it is. They don't know how simple it is. And so that being said, your job, if you're going to, so you can do it two ways. You can go on e-notary and just do, I'm going to work under notarized, notary ham, safe docs, things like that. And they're going to give me work. And I'm just going to be like an employee, but not an employee at 1099. And they're going to give me work. And then that's it. So I don't have to market anything. I just get a set rate and I can do it that way. And that's perfectly fine. You can do that. But if you want to work independently and set your own rates and things like that, then you're going to have to understand marketing and you're going to have to educate your audience. Okay. You have to educate them. So what I'm working on now, which I just told Tia, which was my coaching student yesterday, I'm going to put together an email, like an email flyer kind of thing that you can share that has the pros of e-notary and why it's beneficial. I'm going to teach you guys how you can do e-notary more cost efficiently, not only for you, but for your client. So where not only is it easier for you to get documents notarized, but it's cheaper. And so I'm going to show you guys how that works and still make money. Listen, okay, it's all about innovation. It's all about what's next, right? What's next. And that's why I put that list out. Remember the ultimate list that I put out on the website? That's available for pre-order with all the signing companies and the title companies. And I was telling Tia, I said, I'm gonna put the list out. You guys can pre-order it now. It's $199 if you pre-order. When it comes out March 1st, it's $179 now. When it comes out March 1st, it's gonna be $299. And that's a list of all the title companies in every state and all the signing companies in the entire country. And when I put that out on March 1st, I'm gonna put a video out with it that's gonna show you exactly how to use the list. Okay. And with that list, and with that video, if you can't make 6 figures from that, honey, we're going to have to talk about it. Something's going on. Something's not right. Okay. It's so simple. It's automated, guys. It's so automated, especially if you're just a single notary. You can only do it so many in a day. So let's say your goal is to do between 5 or 10 a day, right? There's more than enough work out there for you to do 5 or 10 a day. Even if you did like Amari, when she was doing e-notary and loan closing, she was doing, okay, well, part of my day I'll do e-notary, part of my day I'll do loan closing, so I'm not out in the field all day. You literally can mix it however you want to do it. If you just say, you know what, I just want to do e-notary. All right, stay at home and do e-notary. Georgia has e-notary, but it's very limited, so I don't recommend doing the e-notary class that I have. I don't recommend doing the e-notary class that I have on because I tell everybody, like, I'm going to help you be successful. But if your state does not allow it, like if you're in South Carolina, don't get the e-notary training. And right before you buy the e-notary training, it says, please check with your state to make sure you can do e-notary. South Carolina, no. Georgia is very limited. I don't recommend doing it. California, no. California, you can do e-notary, but you can't do it remotely. And that's where all the money is. So for those reasons, I say no. And so I always, it's just, I'm not going to tell you buy something and it's not going to make you money. Like, why would I do that? That doesn't make no sense, right? And so if you're in those states, no. But you can build your loan closing. You can build your general notary work, okay? All right, let me go back. I missed a lot of questions. But I'm using this new computer. Oh, I figured it out. Ha-ha. Why is Apple always so confusing? They do a lot, right? Let me see. I missed some comments. Thank you. I'm registering for the e-notary training in March. Awesome sauce. I'm set up on live notary for Ron. Awesome. I'm so excited. You're welcome, Andrea. What are you using to send the invoice? So I send my invoices through 2 different platforms depending on the purpose of the invoice. And I go over this more in my business and life coaching program. But different platforms are beneficial for different reasons. So I use PayPal and I use Stripe. And for different reasons, I would send an invoice with PayPal and I send an invoice with Stripe. And it's in a nutshell, for your business model, I would just say do PayPal invoicing or Square invoicing. That I wouldn't suggest using Stripe right now. I would just do PayPal invoicing or Stripe invoicing. Okay. And I know you said, what's the link to my business and life coaching? That is I gotta find it because it's in this link and I have to find it. Right here. So that's the course that it's going to be on. I said I'm gonna put it on my personal, on the Notary to Notary channel today too, so you guys can do it, can get there, and I'll put the YouTube channel on there. But see, this program here, it's a membership. So it's a monthly membership. It's $49 a month. Is it 49? I think it's $49 a month. And so as long as you're in the membership, which starts March 1st, it's not open yet, starts March 1st, you'll have access to the online platform that has business. It teaches you everything about business formation, nonprofit formation, business credit, personal credit, self-development, things like that. And so that's that platform. And I'll also put my YouTube channel on there too. But on that platform is where we'll talk about everything business related and not just because like I try to keep this channel mainly just notary, but sometimes you guys know that when I'm talking, it kind of runs over and I'm talking about business credit and I'm talking about different things. And although it's beneficial, I don't know, I guess I just try to keep things focused, for lack of better words. You guys know I like the squirrel. Okay. All right. So that's the platform for you to get the training. The training is online at notarytonotary.com. We are doing a promo. I'm not putting out on social media because it's not a social media promo. But you're not going to see a post about it. I set it up actually for something that we're doing today in-house for some people. That's something that we're working on. And so I'm going to give it to you guys because I love you guys, but I'm not going to put it on social media. You can share it, but you won't see it posted out. And it's promo code 2021 is the promo code. And I think they're doing, it's a separate group that we're working on, but they needed a promo code. 2021 is the promo code. I put it in the comments for you. Actually, I'll put it on a banner for you too. I can't see your comments right now. Give me a second because I'm using this Apple computer, but I like this one because it's the one that doesn't have like the big CPU. Like it's just the screen that the CPU is built into the monitor, and I would definitely want to get one like this. But honestly, I'm an HP girl, but I'm trying to get used to. The only thing that I really love about Apple computers is the AirDrop, how everything can AirDrop to each other. That's my main thing that I absolutely love. Uh-oh, what's going on? I don't think I had an appointment this morning. I gotta check. No, I don't. Okay. I saw a notification. I have to keep checking my coaching. Okay. Can you please tell me if I'm supposed to have something from the commission office other than receipt showing I paid? Paid for what, Gordon? So paid for your commission, like your traditional commission, your e-notary commission. Both of them, traditional commission, you'll get an email confirmation once it's done and you can pick up your certificate. E-notary, you're going to get an email that says you've been approved. You're going to download that as a PDF and save that because that's what you're going to use as your verification that you are a commissioned e-notary. The course is great. Oh, awesome, Victoria. Shout out to Victoria. Good morning, Nakia. So Nakia is the one of my students that I put her video out on social media that she was making a killing in 3 months. I love it. I love when people, like some people just take the course and they run with it. Like they're asking questions, they're doing all the steps. They're like, oh, I did this and this. Like it's really awesome to see, people become successful. I know the system works. You just have to work it. Like you got to follow it. And you can't skip steps, guys. That's one of my little things. Like I'll have students say, well, I've done everything. It's not working. And I say, okay, well, let's go through it. Did you do this? And did you do this? And did you do this? Well, I did this and this, but I didn't do that. But I did this. Okay, you can't skip steps. I need you to do the whole thing. I need you to follow each and every step that I said, because this is how I got to 6 figures. Doing each and every step that I put in training. I'm not putting in miscellaneous steps just for the fun of it. Okay. I'm putting every single thing that I did, that a lot of the students in my training that are making 6 figures, they did the same thing. Follow each and every step and you'll be fine. All right, hold on. I'm missing. Can you? Thank you, Yolanda. See, I told you I have to remind me. Yolanda said, good morning from Michigan. Can you please speak a little slower? I told you I'd remind me because I do talk a little fast. I do tend to speak a little fast. So let me slow down. Let me slow it down. Okay. I wish I was in a different state. North Carolina is so strict on the fees. So there are some ways around that, Vivian, especially that does not apply to loan closings either. That's just general notary work. And so there are some ways around that. And you can do e-notarizations too. So you can still build a very successful business in North Carolina. People are doing it all the time. Don't let that stop you. We actually just talking about that on a coaching call on the ways around how to charge in North Carolina. So there are ways around that. Isn't there a place on Google where I can place my notary business? Yes, Google business page. We talk about that in the training as well, and there's a video on it in there as well. I would love how to do e-notary. I would definitely recommend signing up online at notary2notary.com for that e-notary training so we can give you all the goods. And like I said, I'm working on the e-notary training today too, so I'm adding a lot more content. I know people were asking me like for the flyers, like how do you advertise? I'm going to give you more information on all the platforms, how to charge. We're going to add more information on that. I've really been doing more than I have more e-notaries. And so the more that I do e-notaries, not only on the personal level, but on the signing service level, it helps me navigate and figure out what's the best way to market and, charge and, reach your respective clientele. Okay. I'm missing. Okay. Florida has e-notary. Yes. North Carolina has e-notary. I get my printers from Amazon. You guys know I give away free printers like once a month. That printer right there, that dual tray LaserJet printer is what we give away once a month. And so I always get them from Amazon. I used to get them from Office Depot, but usually Amazon has them. And if you go on there and they don't have them, check the next day because they restock all the time. So I've never had an issue with not having. One time I went on there because we had the conference in Florida. They didn't have it that day. The next day we went on there, it was on there. So just keep checking back. I can't find my e-notary commission Florida. Okay. Shamika said, I can't find my e-notary. What do you mean you can't find it? Like you can't find the application? Oh, when I went on this morning, the site was down. So if you did this morning, I don't know. I know one of my students asked me, but it might be back up now. It was not working, but I said, just call them. Maybe they can just say, oh, the probably was having like technical things, but call them. They can tell you where you're having issues signing up for what exactly? I'm confused. Gordon, I answered your question already about your e-notary. I don't know if I'm behind on time. Let me see what time I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, okay. I answered your question a few minutes ago. When you guys are I can't see all of your questions as soon as you put it. It just takes me a minute. The 2021 promos for any of the training programs online at notary2notary.com. I'm trying to find and I'm going to hit your questions in a second. There's a lot going on. It's funny. As soon as 9 o'clock hits, the phone goes and it doesn't stop. Both phones. So to get the updated information on e-notary, do you just go back into the course? Yes. If you're already in the e-notary course, you don't pay for anything else. You guys know whenever you're enrolled in the training and I add stuff to the training, you never have to pay for it. I just send the email out that says, hey, I just put this information out. Hey, Tori. So Tori was one of my other successful coaching students that I put her story out on social media too. I believe you're doing it with your husband, right? And it's so cute to see couples doing it together. So they're making good money out there. So I said, look at y'all real cute. But yeah, so once you are in the training, you don't have to pay for it again. I'll send the email that says, hey, I added a new module, go check it out. You don't have to pay for it again. I always add content. If you were in the training when I first set it up, like a year ago, you'll see there's so much more content from that. Like, it's funny. I had one of my students say, well, every time I go in there, I'll finish it. I'll say 100%. Then I'll log back in. It says you're at 66 because I added more content. So I have to go through the new training. So it'll tell you if you haven't viewed something that I added to. You never need to print in color. No, you never need to print in color. Brother said printers will be out until the end of February due to China production. This is why it's been hard to find printers. Try to come in direct. Yeah, you can definitely try to come in. I know people like to shop, local and small business and stuff like that, but I've never had an issue ordering from Amazon. The e-notary training is, you have to take the course in North Carolina too, Vivian. So there's a course in North Carolina. A few states have a mandatory course that you have to take for e-notary, but that's teaching you like your state specific e-notary laws. So Florida has one. I think Florida's is free. North Carolina, I think you have to pay for. I'm not 100% sure. There's also one in, what state is it that has an online? I can't think off the top of my head. But there are some that's teaching you the law for your state. Can I ask you how to re-ink my stamp? If you go to Allstate Notary Supplies, which I tell all my students to go, Allstate Notary Supplies, and use promo code Notary to Notary, there is a little small ink file. You simply take out, if I had it, oh, I do have it. So this is my stamp, right? To re-ink it, they all have the same. I always get the self-inking, not the one you have to like push. When you, it has a tray in here. And so you take the tray out. You take the tray out and you literally just drop a few drops of ink on it. Can you guys see that tray? Drop a few drops, few drops of ink on it. And then let it soak in, let it soak into it. And then you put it back in. And when you put it back in, put it in the wrong way. When you put it back in, stamp some pages a few times to make sure that it's not like blotted and stuff. But you don't want to just your first stamp to be on someone's paper and it's like all inky. Just test it out, making sure it's ready to go. And then you're good to go. Ta-da! That little vial will last you forever. I've had one and I've never had to buy another one. Well, no, I bought another one because I lost it, but it'll last you forever. All right, hold on. I missed some. Oh, yay! Victoria did my first VA loan refi yesterday. Check you out. Congratulations, Victoria. Does your training actually explain where to notarize a document, or are you focused on how to present documents? Both. So I show you where to notarize documents and I show you how to present them. Now, what I always explain to everybody is you are never, hear me very clearly, you are never in your whole entire life, ever, unless something happens in the world, everybody goes uniform, everything's the same gray blob. You are never going to see every single loan document ever. Okay. So I really, and I encourage my students all the time, get it out of your head that you want to see every document you could possibly see before you go to a closing. That way you'll be comfortable. That will never happen. You will always have documents you've never seen before. It's going to happen, period. Okay? So get out of your head that as long as I see every page and I know how to document, how to notarize every page, I'll be fine. Take that, put it in a box, put it in the recycling bin, throw it away. What I want you to do is reprogram your mind to say, how do I notarize the documents? If you learn how to do it, what you're notarizing is irrelevant. And I say that all the time. It's a basic system. Learn the how. How do I go about notarizing documents? Not, well, let me just see every page and then memorize every page. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Because loan documents change all the time. Even if you work with the same lender, their loan docs change all the time. Okay. And the thing is, you're going to work with different companies and like different lenders, different title companies have different forms, period. Like you guys know I'm working on my title producer's license. My title company will have separate forms. They're going to be completely different from Amrock or from ServiceLink or from other title companies. And so however I decide to format my documents are going to be completely different. Okay. But as a notary, you should be able to look at the document, get a general understanding of it. If you've never seen it before, read it really quick, right? So glance over it, read the title. Glance over the words. Okay. For the most part, they're all pretty much the same. They're just formatted a little differently. Okay. And then look for the signature lines. Rule of thumb, introduce the document. Okay. Look for where they're signing. Look at the top, look at the middle, look at the bottom, look for initial lines. Okay. Look for notary sections. Okay. You're not notarizing every page in a loan package. You're notarizing where it has notary verbiage. Okay. Once you know how to notarize based off notary verbiage, you'll be fine. Like you will be fine. I need you to learn the system. I need you to understand. I literally don't care what the documents are at this point in my life. It makes me no difference, especially when it comes to general notary work. It's irrelevant. And a lot of times when you're doing general notary, people say, well, let me tell you my situation. Let me tell you what happened. My mom did this, and my dad did this, and my sister did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and I gotta do this. All of that is irrelevant. It makes me never mind what is going on in your personal life. Your job as a notary signing agent or as a notary period is to verify identity and witness a signature or take an oath. But for the most part, verify identity and witness the signatures. The contents of the paperwork is pretty much irrelevant. Why you decided you want a power of attorney means nothing to me. Okay? Why you want to do a title transfer because your mom moved and your dad is sick and this, that. I'm sorry to hear that, but that means nothing to my job And a lot of students called me and said, well, this is what they said. They gave me this whole story. What do you think? Do they have ID? Do they have the paperwork? Can they sign? Verify their ID, get them to sign paperwork, notarize the document. Like, that is it, guys. And I feel like a lot of times we overthink it. Now, there are some situations, I'm not saying it's 100% always the case, like power of attorneys and wills. I'm actually going to add a section into that for the notary sign agent portion, because the notary sign agent teaches you general notary work too, where we're going to talk about wills and power of attorneys are a little different in how I handle them and how you should handle them versus just every other general notary work assignment. And that's just because they're considered like really important docs, because power of attorney, you're giving someone else the right to make decisions for you. And once someone has that, they pretty much can do whatever they want with anything in your life that you would let them have. And so there's certain ways that I go about doing a power of attorney. Will's the same way. But outside of those two, everything else is really irrelevant. All right, let me keep going. The one-on-one coaching is closed right now. We are completely full, my dear. But when it comes back live, it probably won't be until April. I'm sorry. It probably won't be until April. Will you provide a script with the list? So the ultimate list will have a video. It's gonna have a video. I guess I can put a script in there too. I was gonna do a video. I'll do a script. Sure. Why not? Let's do a script. I was gonna do a video. You know my video? Like, I don't know. I guess talking is easier, but I can do a script too. But my plan is to do a video on the first, so you're gonna have to give me a couple extra days to get the script in there. Does Virginia require a class? No, Kimberly, Virginia does not require a class. You have the pink one. I use black for my stamp. How do I deal with unfamiliar documents? I think I just answered that one, I hope. If I didn't answer, let me know. And I'll go back over it. I'll be moving from Florida to Virginia. Girl, it's nice in Florida. Why are you coming here? I'm trying to go there. Would I have to give up my Florida commission? You don't have to give it up if you're not going. I mean, are you going back and forth or you're moving? Like, just let it expire or you just cancel it, whatever you want to do. But you could be dual commission. But yeah, to get your commission in Virginia, you don't need to take my training all over again because my training is applicable nationwide. So it doesn't matter where you move. If the system works in every state, it doesn't matter. If I take your class, is it compatible with Florida? So Florida has an online training you have to take too. But yeah, the training is applicable nationwide. Some states have an online training you have to take to learn the laws specific to your state. So every state has their own handbook on what you can do and what you can't do. And I talk about it in the training too. Because, like, for instance, we cannot do marriages. Guys, let me tell you something, because you guys, I don't know why y'all don't listen to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not yelling loud. I need to yell. I need to yell louder. I need to talk real loud. Put all my words in big caps. Can I put it in big caps? I need you guys to read your handbook for your state. I've said that. I need you to read your handbook. Okay. I had a student. I'm not going to point them out because they might be listening. I had a student that had to explain that you have to read your handbook. So in Virginia, we cannot do marriages. We cannot notarize marriage certificates. We are not authorized to do that. When you look at a marriage certificate in Virginia, it looks like it has that notary verbiage there. And it looks like, hey, I can notarize this. And in some states, you are allowed as a notary to conduct weddings and fill out those marriage certificates. You cannot do that here. If you don't read your handbook, you will not know if you can do that or not, right? And people are going to ask you to do it. People ask me that probably once a month. No, can't do that because it looks like it needs a notary. And in some states, the notaries can do it. And so I had a student that said, hey, they wanted me to notarize this document, yada, 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 but I'm not available. Can you do it? Or can you help me do an e-notary? And so I said, okay, what's the document? And the guy called me. He said, yeah, we want to get married, this and the third. I said, oh, honey, we can't do that here, baby. And sometimes people will what's going to happen is he was kind of resistant. And he may have went ahead and found another notary to do it, but I did let him know we're not allowed to do that legally in the state of Virginia. Your marriage would not be recognized. But it sounded like he kind of was like, well, I'm pretty sure we can. It has notary, whatever. I don't know. At the end of the day, if he gets a notary to notarize that document, when he turns it into the courthouse, it's going to be rejected. Okay. Notaries cannot do it. And so you need to know that. Like, you need to know. Now, I don't know what happens to you if you notarize it and it gets sent into the courthouse, because if you notarize a document incorrectly and it gets back to the notary commission, and so that never really happens unless it's like a notary application that's getting sent directly to them, or someone complains about you, which never really happens. But if for some reason a document is filled out incorrectly and it comes back to them, and the only thing they're looking for that's really major is if you notarize a document that someone has not signed, because you are not allowed to notarize a document before someone signs it, because the whole point is, I saw you sign this. I verify your identity and you signed it. So if I notarize it and there's no signature, I didn't do my job, right? And so the same concept, if you're notarizing a marriage certificate in Virginia, you're not allowed to. That's not legal. You can't do that. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, you guys. You have to read your handbook. I'm gonna need you guys to know the laws for your state. Can we do that, please? Okay. Everything you're talking about is in the training. Yeah, I think so. I mean, what am I talking about? Now you're making me nervous. Most of it's in the training. If it's not in the video content of the actual training, it's definitely in the live. So I do lives every Sunday. I haven't done the past 2 or 3 Sundays. We had Super Bowl, we had Valentine's Day, and then I have my Sunday off. And so this Sunday will be the first one where I do my actual live. But we have replays from all the previous Sundays in there. So with all that video content and everything in the training, honey, you will be just fine. I just got my stamp in the mail from the NNA. Background check should be cleared by the 19th. I love it. Vanessa, due to COVID-19, can we still accept expired driver's license? Yes. So it depends on your state, but most states are allowing you to do it as long as it's within a reasonable amount of time. So they'll tell you as long as it's within COVID time, but like reasonable, you know? Like I know I just went online to get an appointment with the DMV, and I think they put me in like April. This is February, yeah, April. So it's like, what? And don't miss your appointment, because now you're in the back of the line. So trust me, they know. And a lot of police officers in a lot of cities, if not in a lot of states, if not all of them, they will tell you if your ID is expired, they'll let you go and things like that. And you just have to show, I think they're saying you have to just show that you have an appointment scheduled with DMV. And so it's just the name of the game. But yeah, so you can, as long as within reasonable time. You'll see a lot of lenders are taking them expired too. They'll let you know that it's expired. Don't worry about it. And it's just due to COVID. So expired 3 years ago, no. Okay. Expired COVID time frame is reasonable. Okay, hold on. We don't have one-on-one coaching open right now. It's full. The title and signing company list is available at notary2notary.thinkific.com. Go to Notary to Notary, click the courses, and you'll see the list. It's going to come live March 1st. You can buy it now for $179. It comes live March 1st, and at that point, it'll be $299. Okay, and you'll always have access to it, so you can go in and out of it whenever you want to, and we'll update it as new companies come to life. Okay. I'm joining a YouTube membership. Oh, you know what? So we have to do a YouTube member of the month giveaway. I thought about that yesterday. So we didn't do it on the 1st. So yeah, YouTube membership. We are going to do a giveaway today. I do have I have the gift already. It's going to be what's that thing called? The Amazon Alexa thing. It's it's like this big. We just got one of those. It's really nice though. I have one in my house. So we're gonna give that away. Probably today. I just have to pick a YouTube member. So we put all members. You can still join if you want to be entered. Every month, pick a YouTube member, give them away a nice gift. And so we'll just put all the members into this little app that Ashley uses, and it just generates a winner. As long as you haven't won previously as a YouTube member, you can still win. In South Carolina, we can do marriages. Yeah, you can in South Carolina, but we can't do them here, baby. It depends on your state. If you just call your state commissioning office, you can get your handbook from your state, or they'll tell you where you can get your handbook from. Was I going too fast again? I'm going to slow down. I'm sorry. Hey, y'all. You got to remind me. Y'all know I know. All right. Hey, started doing signings this month. Almost at my goal of 1K. Thank you for your training. Oh, you are so welcome, Melly. Wanting to become a notary, just join the live. Register online at notary2notary.com for the training. Do you keep copies of all notarized documents? Absolutely not. I could fill this room with all the documents I've notarized. Absolutely not. I'm sorry, I may have missed the question. Are new clients being accepted? And is the training? So the training is applicable nationwide. Clients, as far as students, Is that what you mean? Like anyone can take the training at any time, of course. Please, look at Tori. Shout out to Tori. Please take her course. It is step-by-step instructions that you need to be successful. Me and my fiance have made 8,000 plus a month in less than 6 months. Shout out to Tori. Hey, I love it. And the thing is, guys, it's so super cool to see you guys out here making. And y'all know my story. When I got started, I was working at a call center. I hated my job. It was ridiculous. I wanted to spend more time with my kid. Well, actually, when I got started, I was working at Qdoba. And so I was doing it part-time and working at Qdoba as a restaurant manager. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And once I had my daughter, I said, you know what? I don't want to miss events. I don't want to miss her thing. You know, things she has going on. I want to spend time with. I want to have my time. And so I was just doing Google searches, you know, and I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I do? And then I found, you know, little stuff online that I could get into. And then I found notary. And I said, okay, I'll just do this as a side, you know, thing, like, you know, gas money. And it was good though. I was making like decent money. And then I got a call one day for a loan closing. And from there, I really started taking it very seriously. I started researching. I started learning. Everything that I did was self-taught. I never took a course, but I made a lot of mistakes. I could have made a killing in the beginning had I had my training. And that's why I tell you guys, hey, don't do this. Don't buy this. Don't buy that. Don't do this. Do this. Don't do that. Because I've done it all. Okay? Done it all. If most of it I've done already. And so I tell you guys, like, you know, so that I was doing it for like 2 years, 2014, 2016, I quit my job. And I quit my job when I started making more. I was missing more money being at work than I would have been, you know, like I would have made more money that day not going to work. And it's most of us who work like entry level jobs or like your basic, you know, between like $10 and $20 an hour job, you can make that in 2 closings. So with 2 appointments a day, you're already making more money, right? And so it didn't take long, but for me, I wanted the consistency. I wanted to see, like, am I gonna really be able to keep it? And so when I started seeing, okay, I'm missing more money, I just took that leap of faith. I didn't have savings put up. I just said but it's one thing about when you burn those boats, baby. When you burn those boats and you just say, we're going to go for it, it's going to be sink or swim. Okay. You're going to figure it out. And so from there, I was doing loan closings and I was doing general notary work all the time. Let me tell you something. I'm a firm believer in general notary work too. A lot of people just say, well, let's do loan closing, loan closing, loan closings. Loan closings are cool, but it's nothing like coming to somebody's house and doing a power of attorney and doing a will or whatever the case, and making $100 in 5 minutes and leaving. I can make that $100 for a loan closing. I'm still in your house between 15 and 30 minutes. And I had to print and I had to drive to you. So yeah, it's more consistent. You know, I can fill my schedule with that. I still make great money with that, but it's nothing like making a quick $100 in 5 minutes. And so I love general notary for that. I feel like every tier of this company, of this business, has its pros and its cons. Not really cons, mostly pros, but general notary work, loan closings, E-notary. Okay. I love all 3. I literally do. Like right now, when I say it's snowing outside, everyone knows if you're in the bad area, hop on your computer, notarize documents. If you're in a state that allows for RON, which most states do, you can notarize documents for people all over the world. Okay. As long as they have E-notary credentials. So everyone's up at some point of the day. That's why E-notary happens 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. And they tell you that like all the time. Okay, all the time. And so for that, E-notary is good. You can make money whenever you want to, right? Hop on your computer, click some buttons, get on a video. Hey guys, done, right? But yeah, so I quit my job, and I was making upwards of $10,000 a month. And I just say $10,000 a month to be modest. A lot of people say, well, if you were doing this, you're making more. I was making more than $10,000. But I feel a lot of people, when you say, well, I'm making $20,000 a month, they say, what? That doesn't sound real. Listen, and I tell everybody, I say, for me, I tell everybody $100 is a decent rate when you're starting out to do loan closings. Most of the times, I mean, my closings are anywhere between $100 and $200, especially if y'all want me to do something extra. So most of the time I'm doing between $100 and $200 per close. It just depends on what it is. There are times when I'm getting $250 or $300, things like that. And those are special situations. Like we have one actually that we're putting out on, I got to schedule that, on signing order today. That's a double closing. So you get paid more for that. So if there's like 2 closings happening at the same time, you can ask for more money for that. Actually, I told you guys I do Spanish speaking closings. Whenever I do a Spanish speaking closing, I don't care what it is. Base rate is $150 and up. And depending on how much more work is involved is how much more I'm going to charge. If I have to drive further, it might be $200. If it's late at night or if it's rush service, if it's a double signing, it goes up from there. And I told you guys that if you speak Spanish, you are a high commodity. Did you know most Spanish people's real estate loans are delayed because they can't find a Spanish-speaking notary? Listen. When you know what you know, I'm telling you, it's value in money. And even if you don't speak Spanish, honey, I'm gonna need you to learn it. Okay? You know how to drive when you were born, but you figured that out. When you know you can make double, you can literally make double every signing you do because you speak another language. Why would you not? It might take, a couple months, 2-3 months, download Duolingo or something and learn yourself some Spanish. And now you're getting paid double for something because you speak another language. I'm telling you, high commodity, you will always be booked. Okay. I'm telling you right now, in my area, when you look for notaries that speak Spanish, it's probably about 10 of us. And I mean, in my Richmond and surrounding areas, English speaking notaries are hundreds. Spanish speaking, 10. So that's why it's a high commodity. And that's how it pretty much is in almost every state. Even in states where there's a lot of Hispanics and Spanish communities, there's not a lot of notary signing agents who speak both English and Spanish because loan docs still come in English. That's the thing. You have to be able to translate, and you're not reading it word for word. And a lot of times, they have a general idea. Their loan officer speaks Spanish. So there's something they're asking that you don't know, call a loan officer. Same concept. Don't get, a lot of times we shut ourselves out. We cut ourselves out of the equation because we're so afraid that we're going to mess something up. Just try. The worst thing you can do is fail. And then what? And then get up and do something else. Try. At least find out that you can't do it before you say you can't do it. At least see if you can. Can we do that first? Can we see if we can do it before we say we can't? Can we do that for 2021? Can we do that for 2021? Can we try? Okay. All right, let me go back. I think I got off on a tangent. Bring it back. I lost my questions, baby. All right, I think I lost my question. I'm trying to go back to my question, baby. But shout out to Tori. Congratulations, Tori. I'm really excited for you. Do you recommend having a digital journal? Do you think I have a paper journal, but all the E-notary platform store a digital journal for you too. So you don't need to buy a digital journal. Is it okay to do direct marketing through email and mail due to COVID restrictions? Yeah, you can. I didn't add training for apostle documents, but it's not, literally when I put the training in there, it's going to be 3 slides because it's not complicated to do. And actually a lot of states aren't, if your state shut down, you can still do it, but it's very limited. In Virginia, you're not providing the apostle service. It comes through your state. What is it called? Your state. I used to go there all the time. You can't go in. Well, we can't go in Virginia now because of COVID. They won't let you in. Everything has to be through. I can't think what it's called, but I'll do it. It's only 3 slides. It's not hard to do. It's very simple. You're more so just a courier, but you can definitely still advertise it. You said pick me. We shall see. The title list, will it be title companies in each state? Yes. So the ultimate list of signing companies and title companies that we have available that's coming live March 1st that you can pre-order now for $179 at notary2notary.com. It is title companies for every state, and every state will be broken up so you can just scroll down to your state. But there's a thing about that. There's a reason why I'm giving you all 50 states. Okay, that's going to be in the video. There's a reason, honey. I'm going to tell you in a minute. I'm going to tell you on March 1st. And so title companies and signing companies will be on that list. The YouTube membership, you just have to go to the YouTube channel and click join. If you don't see it on your phone, do it from your laptop or your desktop. A lot of times it's not working on phones, especially if you're in the app. Congratulations, Keisha. Vanessa, will you be rescheduling the coaching dinner? Yeah, so that email's actually coming out now. The dinner that we had scheduled for Friday in Richmond, Virginia is going to be put on next Friday. And the reason I just said earlier in this video was because of the snow ice storm that's coming back tomorrow. Y'all know, listen, I'm from New York. Y'all know I done had the snow up to your waist. I done did the 0 degrees weather. I've done it. I'm tired now. Like Virginia has spoiled me, especially when I went to Florida and Texas. It's like, I can choose to be cold or I can choose to be warm. I think I'm going to keep the warm. That's what I think. And so we had snow and ice that came through a few days ago, took all the power off and got the water shut off. So the water and the power is out for the whole city. The power's back on for most people, but not everybody. But the water's still out. And so they're like, oh, more snow, more ice tomorrow. Great. Great. So we are going to go ahead and reschedule it for next Friday. So that email will come out later today, and we'll put it on social media. And that's just because of the weather. We don't want people driving in bad weather and things like that, especially with a lot going on. You know, it's just a lot right now. I mean, everybody's, well, not people in Florida. You guys have great weather. Look at you. But everybody else, we're dealing with the snow right now. Texas people are losing their minds. Oh my gosh, y'all crack me up. All right, so to join the YouTube membership, you just go to the YouTube channel. To join the program, you're going to go to notary2notary.com. We have a notary signing agent training, an e-notary training, a tax and financial management training, and a marketing training on there. And we also have that ultimate signing list that comes live March 1st, $179 right now. It will be $299 as of March 1st. Okay. Once you become a notary, can you notarize all documents over the United States? No. Let me clear that up. You can e-notarize documents all over the United States when you're approved as a RON. Like you can do remote online notarizations as an e-notary. When you're a traditional notary, you're notarizing in your state. You can notarize whatever documents you want as long as you're physically in your state. So you can't go to Florida and you're commissioned in Virginia and just start running around notarizing documents. You can't do that. Oh man, I keep talking real fast. Vivian said your words are running into other words. I'm sorry, baby. Hey y'all. All right, I'm gonna slow down. You said you sound all right to me, NYC. That's what I said. You know, we in New York, we talk real fast. I'm sorry. I'm gonna slow down. Whew. Hey y'all. I'm taking the training now. My goal is to be certified by the end of the month. You got this. You got this. Is 8,000 possible in Georgia? Yes, you can make a killing. Like there's we had her on one of our lives, Samantha, who talked about how much money she makes and we had a student out there that was on a live too who was making good money as a loan signing agent. He was talking about how he worked directly with attorneys to do the loan closings. And so you just have to know your industry, like know your state and market and be found. People are notarizing documents all over the country. It doesn't matter where you are, notaries are always needed. So you need to be found. The e-notary platforms keeps your e-notary journal for years, as long as you keep your membership with them live. Oh, thank you, Vivian. You can register online at notary2notary.com. Don't forget to use promo code 21 so you can save 30%. I'm not putting it out on social media. I'm just putting it on this live because we're using it for something else that we're working on. But I love y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all about it. Okay, so if you're on the live, look at you. You done caught a deal. All right. Do you have any advice on attorney states as far as marketing? So you still would sign with signing companies, but you also would market directly to attorneys. Yeah. So I mean, I go over that more on the training, but yeah, you market to both signing companies and attorneys. Whereas in non-attorney states, we just market really the title companies and signing services. Do you think it's better to have a digital journal or just a paper one is better? For e-notary, the digital and the paper is really up to you. Just hit join, became a member again. Not sure how my membership ended. I don't know either, honey. You can do loan closes in Georgia, my dear. What printer did you just have purchased? That one. That's one I have. You don't have to get that. You can get any dual tray LaserJet all in one. I'm going to add that to the training because a lot of people are saying, oh, I got a dual tray LaserJet. And me, I forgot. Like I do this sometimes. And that's why I tell you guys, if you have recommendations of things you want me to add to the training, tell me. Okay? Let me know. I have a folder in my email that says content to release. When you guys say, hey, Vanessa, you should add this, especially you should add that, it goes in the folder and I pull things out. That list that I'm doing now was a suggestion from a student. You should do this. You know, when I added the loan documents that were completed, because everyone has like uncompleted versions, and they're like, well, what is it like completed? That was a suggestion from a student. So if you have ideas, tell me in my email and I'll put it in the folder. And as I go through and add content stuff, I go through what you guys are looking for. So a lot of times I do this. I've done this for years. It's like 8 or 9 years for me. And so a lot of stuff I'm on autopilot and I'm doing it. And I don't realize that you guys might not know, how to do it, because I feel like, when you know something, you feel like everybody knows. And so you don't say everything. And so for that, let me apologize. Any dual tray laser jet, now I'm going to add all in one, works perfectly fine. Okay. I like all in ones because you can scan, you can print, you can fax. No one faxes anymore. But you can scan and print on the same device. So you don't have to buy a separate scanner if you don't want one. The revised version of my book is probably going to come out in like 2 weeks. I'm giving myself another 2 weeks. So this week I'm working on my title producer's license. Next week I'll be working on the book. Can someone pin my YouTube channel? I don't have the link right now. Can you do all three? Like what? E-notary, loan closings, and general notary work? You definitely can. Getting my e-notary is next for me. Oh yes, there's some people making $30,000 a month. It's very simple. It really is. Let me tell you something. Like for me, I limited myself because I made enough money, and so I was like, you know what? I just started doing 9 to 5s. I stopped working in the evenings and I stopped doing it on weekends because I was making enough money. There's so much work out there. Like I literally turned down work all the time, even when I was doing it full time. So I did tell you guys, so I wanted to do it today. I might do it later today. So I just renewed my NNA certification. And so what I do every year around February, March, I go through my list of like 100 plus companies and I update my profile with everybody. And then I do the calling and the email that I tell all my students to do for the follow-up. And the only reason why I'm doing it, because I don't really have time to do notary work anymore because I'm doing the training, is because I want to do like a week where I fill my schedule and do like between 5 and 10 closings a day and show you how it's done. So a lot of people keep saying, you can't do 10 closings. That's unrealistic. You're lying. So let me show you how it's done. Okay. So I say, we should take a week and I'm gonna go back in the field and I'm gonna work my contact list. I'm gonna build up my my contact list. I'm gonna fill my schedule between 5 and 10 closings a day. And it won't take me long to get to 10. I'm telling you, when I turn down closings all the time. Okay, even now, and I don't even do closings anymore for real. Like really, I'll still do general notary work here and there. I'll do e-notary, but I haven't had time to go out to a long closing. I'm gonna show y'all how I do 10 closings in a day. Is it easy? No, honey. Never said it was easy, but it's very possible and it's very doable. It's literally up to you. So yes, there are plenty of days when I did 10 closings and I made upwards of $1,500 that day because I wanted to make it. So I'm going to show y'all how I do it. And so my plan is to do that in the next week. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you guys how I do my calling like I tell my students to do. I have a lot of students. I'm not coming for y'all because I understand that it's a business that you have to learn. But when I tell you guys, okay, do this, you have to do it. Okay, if you don't do it, then it might not work. Okay, you got to do when I say do something, you got to do it. So literally, I'm going to go back and update all my companies. And I'm going to show you guys what that means. I'm probably going to do a few on live so you can see my screen share. I'm going to update my profile so you can see what my profile looks like. Okay, I'm going to call them so you can hear me what I say when I call. And then I'm going to send them an email. Okay, I'm going to get back on their radar. With most of them that I like, I'm still on their radar. I just haven't been working with them. And so when I say, hey, let me get some work, they're going to give it to me. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Then I'm going to fill my schedule for a week. Pray for me. Because it's fun. I want to fill my schedule, but I have to make sure like I have to fill in my coachings. Like my coaching students, hold on, y'all. I gotta work. I won't really have time to do any coaching that week. So I may have to see if they can work with me. Because I'm like literally when I have 10 closings, it's just back to back to back to back to back. And so it's very tight. I don't have much room to deter. It's not bad. The only time it becomes a headache is if I don't have docs, but I'm going to show you how I work around that. And if I have a reader, because readers can throw your whole schedule off if you have a 10 signing day. But there are ways around that, guys. There's always a way. But there's a will. Let me tell you how I figured all this out. When you want to make a lot of money, okay, when you really want to make a lot of money, and I think it's more so when you start seeing that you can. And you see all my students who are making a killing, they'll say, well, I was going to take the weekend off. But then I got all these offers. It's just money sitting on the table. Let me go and get this real quick. Okay. And you become like kind of addicted to it. And it might be a bad thing. I can't really decide. And so when you for me, it was I wanted to make a lot of money. And so I was like, how many closings can I squeeze in this day? Let's find out. The most of it done in a day is 12. That's the most of it done in a day is 12. It was a hard day. But it's doable, especially if you're doing AMROC hybrids. AMROC hybrids, which I'm probably going to fill my schedule with that because I can get out of an AMROC hybrid in 10 minutes flat. And that's because I'm only saying hi and connected to Wi-Fi. That's the longest part. The signing part, because there's ways how you get out of the AMROC hybrid. Like there are ways, rule of thumb, y'all. If you're doing a AMROC hybrid, you do not give them your tablet. Don't say I didn't tell you. I give y'all the rest of the scoop when I go over that. There are ways that and this is just different things that I do when I go into a closing. I don't think it's sales. I think it's just, I spoke about it in a video I put on YouTube where you control your time. You gotta control your time. You have to own your time, okay? If you let them take control of your time, you're gonna be there all day, okay? All right, let me see. I'm gonna hit a few more comments, then I do have to head on out of here, guys. Ooh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, Rosalind, you can start the training now. You don't have to have your commission to start. We actually go over that as well. You said Rosetta Stone for the Spanish. Y'all so silly. All right, I think I missed a lot of comments. And so that being said, I'm going to try and just skim through some because I don't. Oh, thank you, Kim. Shout out to Kim for doing a super chat. She's always supporting the channel. And that's where you guys can donate to the channel. It helps us produce more content and allows us to give you more information for you to build your notary signing business. So shout out to Kim. Kim has been with us for a while too. Kim is always on this live when I get on here. Hey, Kim, what you doing, girl? I did not use Rosetta Stone. Someone had just said it, but I didn't use that. My family is actually Hispanic, and so but my Spanish is not perfect. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I listen, when I speak Spanish, I ask everybody slow down. Okay, y'all think I speak fast. When my family starts speaking Spanish to me, they're like, I'm like, bring it back. Let's go over this slowly. So my Spanish is not perfect, but it works. It definitely works. I get the job done. Okay. How can I start with your course and do you offer a certificate afterwards? Oh, look at you. We definitely need some more Spanish-speaking notaries. Even for my signing company, finding Spanish-speaking notaries has been a challenge for me in different states. Also, I'm going to say this one time because I'm getting highly upset because I know I have students in Maryland. Where are my students in Maryland? Because we've been having loan signings in Maryland, and I can't find any students. I have a few, but very few and in between. I have to give people that's not, you guys know my signing service. I want to give it to students. Like when we have loan closings, I want to give it to students. But if I don't have a student available, I have to give it to anyone else, which is fine. I've been doing that, but I like to support you guys. I want to help you grow your business. And so that being said, one second, guys. I apologize. I have to send a quick text message and I have a closing that I need to check on in a second. Loan closing day has begun. And I have 2 orders I need to schedule in Maryland right now. So if you're not signed up on signingorder.com, please go there and create your profile in the next few minutes because I'm putting the order out in about 30 minutes. What is this? So yeah, I'm like, where are all my students at? I'm so confused. Pray for my soul, y'all. Lord. Okay, we're gonna move on. Yeah, but you can register online at notary2notary.com. If you're a student of Notary to Notary, make sure you register on signingorder.com. You don't have to tell us you're a student. We already compare and put your profiles from the course onto. Once you look at the profile, we know when you accept the jobs that you're students or not. So make sure you register online at notary2notary.com. Use promo code 21 today. No, 2021. If you want to write save on the training, it's going to take off 30%. I'm not putting that promotion online. So it's just people who are on this live who are going to get it. All right, I do have to get ready to slip and slide. I'm going to hit a few more questions and then I'm going to hop off of here. Texas has been bad the past few days. Hey, Jeremy, my family is still out there. Yeah, I've heard. I hope they're okay. I've heard it's been a little crazy. I'm from New York and I don't do ice, but I will drive in the snow. All right, let's see. Do you think a mortgage loan banker is a good person to connect with for direct business? Yes, it is. And escrow officers. Let's see what else we got here. What's the promo code for? It's for the any of the trainings online at notarytonotary.thinkific.com. You can go to notarytonotary.com and then click courses. It'll take you right there. The $179 package is for the list of signing companies and title companies for every company in the country. It goes live March 1st. You can buy it now for pre-order for $179. March 1st, it will be live for $299. I'm here for the $20,000 per month. Okay, somebody tell them. I love it. What's the cost for toner? My toner here is $150, but price matches to Amazon. Anywhere you go, Amazon always has the cheapest. I always get my toner from Office Depot. The reason why is because it's a product. Girl, y'all know I got all the hats. So Office Depot has an ink and Staples, but I use Office Depot. If you turn your ink cartridges into them, which reminds me, I need to use my credit. They give you store credit, like a gift card. And so I buy my toner from them. My toner for this printer is about $150, $160, depends on the month. I price match it to Amazon. Shipped and sold is always $100, so I'm saving $60 there. And then when I'm done with my toner, I turn it back into them. And I go through pretty much a lot of toner, but I always get gift cards of like $50 to $100. And so I'm getting some of that money back because I'm turning the toner in. And so it's a repetitive process. But make sure when you're price matching with Amazon, it's shipped and sold. All right, let me see if I missed any. I know I missed a lot of questions, guys. There's a lot of y'all. I love y'all though. All right, let me see. You're one of my Maryland students, so make sure that you're on signingorder.com and have a profile. I'm sending orders out. I knew you were sending me signings in Maryland, but I'm only in Virginia. Yeah, we changed it because it did it. If you're like on the border of Maryland and Virginia, it was putting you like in the list, but don't worry about that because now we're sending out just to Maryland, so don't worry about that. The signing company is nationwide. We're just adding more title companies on as we speak, so just wait to see what we get. And the good thing about our company is we do all three. So On Time Notary, which has the app called Notary Now in the Android store, make sure you download it, and Google Play. We do general notary work, loan closings, and e-notary. So that we're the only company that's sending out all three at one time because we're awesome. Yeah, I'm all about innovation. You have to innovate. You have to innovate, guys. Tori said, I have to take a vacation this week because I was burnt out bad with being addicted. I know. Trust me. I didn't took closings. I was like, you know what? It's my last closing for the day. I have done this, y'all. I've done like 8 or 9 closings. And okay, I'm finished. And my phone texts or they call, hey, we got a last minute closing that's closing at 7 o'clock. Can you do it? I don't know. I mean, if you can do this for us, please, it would really make our day. We had a cancellation. Can you do it? And this is where you go. This is what you say. I can do it. Can you do 250, baby? Can you meet me in the middle and do 250? And then they're like, yeah, I can do it. Okay, I'm on the way. Oh, that's the one thing about having your own business, honey. You can charge what you want to charge. If I don't feel like going, honey, I'm not going. Okay? If I feel like I want to make an extra money, I want to take a vacation, like Tori taking her vacation this week, I can do that. So it's really up to you how you build your business, y'all. All right, so I do have to get ready to go on out of here, but I love you guys. I'm going to get back on here later. Oh, I did miss a lot of questions. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the very end of the question line. I'm sorry. The name of the app is called Notary Now. But the platform for you to get work from us is, I will put the tip for the trainer in there. Send me an email, Alyssa, because I'm going to forget. Send me an email so I can put it in the list of things. You supposed to say, can you do 250, baby? Yes, honey, I will help you in your time of need, but you're going to have to help me in mine. Listen, I had a long day and I'm tired. Someone has to make it worth my while. But yeah, y'all. All right, let me get on out of here, y'all. I do have to get ready to slip and slide. Yes, meet me halfway, honey. I do have to rate a slip and slide, y'all. All of you guys could become six-figure notary signing agents. It is well in your capabilities to do so. Do not accept no for an answer, and stop listening to people who are telling you can't do it. A lot of students say, well, this person said this and this person said that. What are you going to accept? The only thing I want you to do is do a Google search, go on YouTube, go on SnapDocs, find one notary who's making as much money as you want to make. And once you see that they're making it, that means you can make it. I don't want anything else. Period. Okay? Stop. When people can't do something or they haven't figured it out or they don't want to do it, then they try to tell you can't do it. Okay? The only limitations that you have are the limitations you put on yourself. So if you don't have limitations on yourself, you can do whatever you want. Listen, telling you right now, you can do whatever you want. I don't accept limitations. We gonna fly like lightning. Are some attorneys on that list? You know what, Jeremy? Send me an email at info@notarytonotary.com. I like that. I hadn't thought about that. I will add attorneys. That's actually good for attorney states. What we'll do is we'll add real estate attorneys to that list for you guys in the attorney states. See, that's why I say you guys gotta let me know. If you don't tell me, then I don't know. Like, I'm doing the best that I can, but you guys have a lot of ideas. Like the whole mastermind principle. You guys sometimes see stuff that I don't see. So if you're like, oh, you should add this, then send me an email. It's going to go in my folder that says content to release, and we're going to work through that folder, baby. That's what we're going to do. We're going to work on through that folder. So don't forget to send me the emails, guys, of your ideas, okay? Y'all so silly. That is all set the clock on the wall. Okay. I'm gonna see y'all later today though, because I do have to go live and show y'all how I'm gonna go through this list. Okay. You went back through it today, they shouldn't be blocked. Send me an email. If you're having issues with the new doc, send me an email. New Mexico is not an attorney state. Virginia is not an attorney state, no. All right, guys. Aw, y'all so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. All right, guys. Don't forget to register online for the training and make sure you get your ultimate list. Sign up is $179, sorry, and $299 as of March 1st. It goes live on March 1st. Notarytonotary.com. I'm trying to find the website for you guys. I can pin it up really quick. And later today, I'm gonna go live again. I'm gonna pick a YouTube member winner that's gonna get that Alexa what do you call that thing? You talk to with Alexa. They're gonna get one of those. So I'm gonna pick a random winner. I'm gonna put all your names in there, and we're gonna go from there. All right, guys. That is all. The clock on the wall. I'll see you later. Bye. Happy signing. Everybody says that now when I'm about to get off live, my daughter, my Ashley, Angel, like happy signing. It's so funny. It's like a catchphrase now. All right, I think I saw your messages. Cool. No. I think we're good. All right, guys. Bye. See you later. Bye, Sam.